morning, good afternoon, good evening, folks. Michael Zuber, one rental at a time, back with the one and only Adrian Hernandez. How you doing, sir?
Let's go. I'm pumped for this call right now because Zuber has helped me in so many real estate ways and mind ways and in overall life ways, and I finally get to give back. Let's go.
You have given back in more ways than you can imagine. But yeah, we're going to do something. You're going to help me do something I've never done before. To help draft or create a vision statement of life. We're going to do this by sharing something I am comfortable doing with goals, right? I have a whole playlist called Goals where I track them and report on them. I did it every week for a year. It's just, I'm comfortable with goals and activity. This vision statement of life, I will admit to being uncomfortable, but also I know it's important. So let me share with you my goals where I'm at, and then let's see if we can't craft at least the beginning of a vision statement. You cool with that?
Let's do it.
All right. So let me bring this up. So can you see that?
It says started sharing screen.
All right.
There we go. There we go.
All right. So as you can see, a couple of things I'd like to be different. So I don't start goals on January 1st because everybody does. So I've given myself 13 months. So these goals started December 1st and they'll run to the end of next year. So I'm going to, instead of going through all of these individual, I'm just going to break them apart. I have YouTube goals. I have a main channel, which I'm trying to get to 60,000. And I just created a brand new channel called Orat Shorts. So that's content. Second, I'm going to create, because I'm to a point in life where I have enough dry powder. I'm going to start buying dividend stocks. I'm going to buy 50 grand in dividend stocks over this year. I'm going to get some deals done. I'm going to do a couple of deals with a buddy, JVs, probably with a friend of mine in Fresno. I want 3 seller finance deals, and I'm going to do 10 flips. So this is business. I'm going to borrow at least $1.2 million in private capital. I'm going to get 500 new students of my course, 2,000 members in the private Facebook group. I have 2 books. I'm trying to get to 1,500 reviews on one and 200 on the other. I want to do 4 in-person events. That event you and I did in Fresno just is like, yeah, there's something here. So I want to do 4 of those. And then I want to send out 1,000 of these cards for people getting deals done because one rental at a time helped. And this year, I want to send out 100 golden tickets, which are people getting their first deal. And so that's what I'm trying to do.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah, so these are all very much numbers. And actually, I just sent out my 3rd one, so I'll update that right there. So again, these are these are things I'm comfortable with. These are all stretch goals. These are all not layups. I don't consider any of these layups, but they're all doable. They're all like on a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being impossible, 1 being a layup. These are all kinds of 6, 7, 8s, depending on which one these are. So again, this is where I'm comfortable. This is what I am comfortable sharing and doing and tracking every week and reporting. But behind this is a vision. I have no idea what it is.
I love this, Zuber. This is awesome. This has me thinking much more bigger about my goals for next year. And I love how you broke it down in the columns. You guys, that's the hardest part, right? The hardest part is sitting down and actually declaring what is it that you want. So, dude, I got to tell you, I'm inspired by what I saw. And here's the cool thing. You are already speaking as if it already happened.
Yes.
Right? Which is the key to this vision. Right. The key to creating your vision and putting your goals into a vision statement is writing it out as if it already happened, not as it is going to happen. Right. So with the beautiful goals, I love what you said. I just got a couple of questions, and this is what I do, guys, to help me write out my vision letter. So with each goal, right, let's just say you have the goal in one column. The next column is going to be, why is this goal even important to achieve?
Okay.
Because when you create your vision letter, you're going to want to write that down. So for instance, YouTube Shorts, right? You have a goal of 60. So why are you doing that? What is the reason for you doing that? right? Or add shorts. Why are you doing that? And this doesn't need to be a book, right? A paragraph long. It can be one or two or three words, whatever works great for you. But why is this important to you?
Okay.
Right. And then the next one is, what will this do for you? Right. So what is why am I doing this? And then if I did this, okay, so then what is this? What will this do for me then?
Okay.
What will this do for me?
Okay, hold on. These are all things I need to think about. Okay. What will it do for me?
What will it do for me? What will accomplishing this do for me? Right.
Okay.
And if I did accomplish it, how would I feel? Because we have to tie an emotion to our goals. One thing that I've learned is all of the goals that I've set that have a deep emotional attachment to it, that is what gets accomplished. The goals that I'm just like, yeah, if I hit it, I hit it. I don't even know how that would make me feel if I hit it. Those goals I've noticed, they don't get accomplished as frequently.
Okay.
And then here's the big one. At the end, what you need to do is you need to write down what would happen and how would you feel if you didn't do it?
Ooh.
What would happen and how would you feel if you didn't do it? Because, well, I'll let you type that out.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
People take action on one of two things. Tony talks about this. It's either pain or pleasure. Right. There's either a pain on why we're going to do something to avoid some sort of pain. So if I do this, it's going to avoid me being not financially stable and I won't have to struggle, right? That's the pain, right? What's the pleasure, right? What is the pleasure of it? The pleasure is, well, I get to, use that money and help others and travel and do what I want with my family. Okay. But people take action on one of two ways and we're all different. Mm-hmm. Right. Zuber may be more pleasure oriented, where I'm more trying to get away from pain. So what we have to do is we have to identify both. And what we do at the beginning is why is this important? What will this do? That all sets up the pre-frame of the first part. That all sets up the pre-frame. And then on the other side is what would happen if you didn't do it? And that's the pain. So you have the pain on that side and you have the pleasure on the other. And now what you do is when you're creating your vision statement, you can write it out as, and this is important. You want to write it out as if you've already done it and what that has done for you. Okay.
So let's do one of these together. I will do these over the next week or so, but let's see how I'm doing on the first one, right? So I have a main page. It's one that this video is on. We're called One Rental at a Time. It's currently about 40,000 subs. I wanted to get it to 60. And again, that is a stretch. I'm only averaging 750 new subs a month. So again, getting to 60,000 means I roughly have to double what I'm currently doing. So it's not a layup. So why am I doing this goal? Well, I'm committing roughly 3 hours a day, 5 days a week. So this goal to me is like a return on my investment, right? So this is the goal that helps me understand if my activities are having an impact. Does that make sense?
Why is that important to you?
So that's the next one, right? Or no, am I still here?
No, I'm just asking you based on.
Oh, there's, it's an endorphin hit, right? It's one of the few things that you can look at saying, hey, I'm helping more people. Really what I'm seeing is One Rental at a Time as a brand or a story or whatever you want to call it. And one of the things I look at daily is it growing? Is One Rental at a Time growing? And that's one of the metrics I look at.
I love it. And that growing makes you feel that, okay, yeah, cool. I love
like
it.
I can come back tomorrow.
Yep. Right? I love it. So then what will that do for you?
So getting to 60,000, it means that, and this is just short for One Rental at a Time, is accelerating impact, right? Because run rate is interesting, but I want to see the adoption, the impact starting to catch the vortex or whatever you call that thing.
And what that looks like long term.
Yeah, it's basically doing good work, but the impact is starting to really accelerate.
Compound. Yep, I love it.
Compound. That's the word I was looking for. How
And
will
how
it
would you
feel?
feel?
Oh man, it would be amazing.
And what would amazing feel like?
Thank you. Would
There we go. There we go. You see how you see, and for those of you that are watching this, you see how that just went from something
yeah,
small to much bigger than who we are,
yeah. Because
right?
again, when I go back to why I started the channel before I had one subscriber, I said and still say, I want to create something that lives 50 years after I'm dead.
I
If
love
this
it.
accelerates and we get to 60,000 in 13 months, it will be another brick in the walkway that we are truly building something that will live on after I'm we are helping generations, right? I get pictures. Like somebody sent me a like a 15-second video of his son who's like 5 years old. He had a purple Hot Wheel saying, "This is Zuber's Hot Wheel. He is
That
helping
is
Daddy and
awesome.
I buy real estate," or something like that. I'm like, yes,
I love it.
I mean, getting stuff like that is amazing. So,
And this is the perfect example. So for those of you listening in, we have to, what you just heard Zuber say, you have to do the same thing with your goals. We have to figure out why. So I set this, what does that mean for me? We just heard what that means for Zuber, right? It's not the subs, it's not the subscribers. It's so much deeper than that.
right.
And that's what actually brings a goal to life. But we also got to tie some pain to it. So Zuber, if you didn't do it, how would you feel?
Oh, um, so disappointed, and questioning, should I continue?
Mm. So disappointment, not just in yourself, but to the
Yeah, maybe
people
my
that you
message
could.
is not there. Maybe opportunity and doing the work is maybe social media is supposed to be negative in pain, and I'm never going to go there, so maybe I should just give up. I could do you guys don't understand. I do this 5 days a week now because I enjoy every day. If I get to a point where it's not filling my cup, I don't have to do it. I could do something else. So yeah, not hitting this goal would cause me to uh, wonder if I should keep going. I mean, that's crazy to think about, but yeah, absolutely.
And then from that, the legacy is never built
Oh,
or
absolutely.
never accelerates. The measure of the impact on the daily activity never happens. And it's just a snowball effect. And so for all of us, when we are writing this, I don't want you to get too caught up in the negative feeling. I want you to identify it. And every time that you start to pull back from what you know you should be doing, remember the pain. Remember the pain that's going to come with the fact of you not hitting your goal. Because what that's going to do is that's going to reignite that inspiration, right? That motivation. They say motivation doesn't last. No shit. That's why you bathe every day, right? You take a bath every single day because you're not, it's the same thing with motivation. You have to remotivate yourself, rather that be to the pleasure of you doing something or the pain of what's going to happen if you don't do it. And then what we got to
Yeah.
do is we got to put all this into a nice story. So what I like to do is I like to create a vision and I like to write it as if I was writing it to someone that I truly love, that I care about, that they're going to open it, read it, and it's not just going to impact my life, it's going to impact theirs. And they're going to hold us accountable to this. So what you'll start off the sentence, it's real simple. You're just going to you're going to write it to whoever it is. So for instance, my wife, right? I would say, Dear Kellyanne, I can't believe. Sorry, did that wrong. Sorry, I did that wrong. Scratch that out. Scratch that
All right.
out. Scratch that out.
Okay.
So it's dear Kellyanne.
Yep.
There are two ways to write this. I'm going to give you a sentence that I use, and then you can start it off as dear. You can write it off as dear your wife or whoever it is. It is January 1st, 2024.
Got it.
It is January 1st, 2024. And I can't wait to tell you all of the amazing things that have taken place this year.
Okay, got it.
And then you're going to write. And you're going to write your goals. You're going to write, and you're going to follow this format. So you're going to follow what Zuber puts. You're going to write what the goal is. Why are you doing it? What will it mean if you do it? The only thing you're going to leave out is the pain.
Right.
You're not going to put the pain in this letter. The pain is for you, not for them.
Right.
This
Okay,
letter
like
is a positive letter on dear blank.
Yeah.
It is January 1st, 2024. And I can't believe, or I'm, and I keep using the word can't believe. I apologize. You do not want to put that in your letter.
Yeah.
So you're going to write the date and then all of the amazing things that
I can't wait
have
to tell you. Yeah.
up to that date.
Got it. Okay. All right. I
And
will
then another,
go ahead.
Another way, just because I did say there was two formats. The other way is dear whoever you're writing it to, and this can also be yourself, right? This can be yourself. So the first letter is to someone else. The second letter can be to yourself if you want it to. And this letter, you don't need to necessarily say it's 2024, start it off with the date. You can just reiterate everything that you did. So there's times where I'll write a letter to myself and I'll say, dear Adrian, you badass, you did it. It is not only did you accomplish all the goals this year, but dude, you are a completely different human being. Let's go through all the things that happened. And let's go through why I did it. And let's go, what did it do for me? And I'm going to follow that list.
Got it. Okay. All right. So something I will do, actually save this as its own spreadsheet with your name. I'll go through these questions for each of these goals. Help me make sure I'm there. And then I will create this letter and I will write it to Olivia. Okay. I like it.
The good thing is, so if you're writing it to someone else, put it in a letter, right? Put her name on it. And then give it to her and say, you cannot open this until December 31st, 2023, or January 1st, 2024, whatever the date is for you, right? You do want it to either start or end at the year.
Okay.
Christmas Eve is always cool because you can, December 1st, it's Christmas Eve. We just woke up, right? There's snow in the backyard wherever you live. You bring it to life. Don't just bullet point it. Bring it to life.
Yeah.
Bring the vision to life, right? And if that means that it's 2 or 3 pages, it's 2 or 3 pages, right? But the more emotion you can connect to this, the more it's going to ignite you.
It's an anchor. The longer
thing.
you hold it. Yeah, makes sense.
Give it to her, and then you save a copy for yourself. And you read that copy when you don't feel inspired. You read that letter every time you start to pull back.
Oh, you retreat. You read.
You reread it to retie you to why it is we're even doing what we're doing.
I like it.
Because let me ask you all a question. You make a New Year's resolution to go to the gym, and by February, in the middle of February, you are nowhere to be found.
Yes, right.
And that's why we need this to go back and relook at. So when we start to go, oh shit, I haven't been at the gym a few weeks, we can pull it out, read it. Oh, this is why I'm doing this. Okay, let's go.
Yeah. I like that. I like that twist. That makes a ton of sense to me.
Yes.
Adrian, thank you very much for doing this. I look forward to what you add to my course. It's going to make it that much more meaningful. You've got 8 days, my friend, 8 days to the 15th.
Let's go.
I'm holding you accountable. Thank you, buddy. Take care of yourself. Where can people find you?
Instagram at Adrian Hernandez. You guys, I'm really excited about this next year. Let's create what we know we can create. Because remember, unless you create it, you're going to be a default. You're just going to fall into what someone else created. You might as well create your own reality.
I agree. Thank you, buddy.
Have a great day.